that is for South Asia. And more than that, he is also helping with transgenders health. He is a part of many other endocrine associations. I'm not talking about it. He's the president. That means he leads this team of endocrinologists in India as well as in South Asia. Now you have with us Nilesh Agarwalji. Nilesh Agarwalji is the CEO, that is Chief Executive Officer of IGCP Group, one of the India's leading integrated communication companies. That means he has big top honcho communication companies with interest in publishing, public relations, films, education, and digital media. And we also have two principals with us apart from me. I am Neeta Arora, and Nilesh was supposed to introduce me. Let me tell you, I am principal of a school called Shri Venkateshwar International School in Dwarka, Sector 18, New Delhi. And we have two more New Delhi principals. We have Meenakshi ma'am from Little Angels Fairy School, and we have, where is that ma'am gone now? I could see her earlier. Anyway, I'll tell you, she's Aruna Sivraj from Himalaya Public School, Rohini. Now, I am a co-host. That means I am to make sure that the session goes on well, and Dr. Sanjay Kalra is given the importance which it deserves. And children, I myself an endocrinologist in a way that I did MSc endocrinology from Delhi University, and I know how exciting this field is, especially this field of happy hormones. I remember when I had COVID last year, and the only thing that I used to miss when I was asked to stay indoors for 14 days was my morning running. That was the only thing I used to do. And my doctor also advised me some steroids, some hormones. So I told my doctor, why do I feel nice in spite of not running? She said, because you're on steroids. So the steroids, I said then, but normally I feel happy, but now why are you giving me? So there was a reason to prevent clotting and all. But she said that time when you are off steroids, gradually you start picking up on your running, you will start feeling the same happy effect. Then somebody told me, madam, because you are naturally endorphin high. Now, sir will tell us what is endorphin, what are other good hormones, dopamine, serotonin, and then few more. And over to Dr. Sanjay Kalra. But before that, I think Nilesh Agarwalji is waiting patiently to moderate this session for us. Mr. Nilesh Agarwal, over to you.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Late afternoon, good evening. I'm filling in for my sister, Naina Agarwal, who you see every week. She's not in the country, so she asked me to moderate this session. And on behalf of our father, Dr. K.K. Agarwal, Heart Care Manager of India, I welcome all of us to our 98th webinar. And as ma'am already said, the topic for today is happy hormones. And Dr. Sanjay Kalra, who is one of the leading endocrinologists, not only in India, but in the world, has kindly consented to give the talk and interact with everyone today. I'd also like to extend a very warm welcome to our co-hosts, Mrs. Neeta Arora, Principal, Shri Venkateshwar International School, Dwarka, Mrs. Meenakshi Khurana, Principal, Little Fairy Public School, and Mrs. Aruna Sivraj, Principal of Himalaya Public School, Rohini. Since all the introductions are done, now I invite Mrs. Neeta Arora. I was supposed to invite. I think she's already said a few words. If any of the other co-hosts would like to say a few words, please go ahead, and then we can pass on the dais to Dr. Sanjay Kalra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Once switching to one and all, I'm Meenakshi Khurana, Principal of Little Fairy Public School. Would like to express my profound appreciation for giving me a chance to be the part of discussion with Dr. K.K. Agarwal Heart Care Foundation. I'd like to welcome Mr. Nilesh Agarwal, who is a seasoned healthcare professional who has been running the IJCP group for the past 6 years. It's wonderful that you have brought a vast knowledge of healthcare industry onto the table along the wide nexus of healthcare professionals who will be the collaborating with the e-Medi nexus. It's wonderful to know that you are not only the magician, but a guitar player too, which we'd like to love to enjoy someday. Dr. Sanjay Kalra, your contribution in the field of medicines has been immeasurable. Also, your international lectures and peer-reviewed research papers have made our country proud. Your outstanding research background has earned you several national clinical awards. I would like to ponder upon happy hormones, sir, From our wish to eat to the amount of sleep your body needs, the brain is hard at work calculating every move to help regulate thoughts, feeling, and emotions. It's surprising to know that hormones can affect your mood too. Certain hormones are particularly responsible for making you feel a certain way. So, likewise, the happy hormones can make you feel positive, happy, and full of joy. What is important to know is a healthy diet, and the lifestyle plays a crucial role to stimulate the production of these happy hormones. I would like to, sir, to shed some light on the topic and help us become aware about the role of these happy chemicals in our mental health. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you, especially Sanjay sir, Dr. Sanjay sir, and Nilesh sir. Sir, as per this topic, what I understand, whatever academic front or work pressure, if you take that as a pressure, we will not be happy. If you take as a pleasure, definitely we will be happy. Sir, my question is to Sanjay sir. Doctors are recommending for doing laughter therapy. Is it to produce a happy hormones? That is because if you say ha ha ha, I hope so, it is not happy, isn't it, sir? So this is my question. So being a principal, being a teacher, being a mother, I always take my work as a pleasure. I never take as a pressure. This I'm teaching to my children, as so many my children are here. So thank you very much. Now over to Nilesh Agarwal, sir, to moderate the session. Thank you.
Yes, I'd like to now invite Dr. Kalra to share his wisdom with us. And if anyone has any questions, please raise their hands. And after his talk is done, we'll take about those questions and have him interact with all of us. Dr. Kalra, over to you.
Thank you. And good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure being with you. And I am so happy to see so many young boys and girls. You are the future of India, and it is so exciting to be with you. It is such a matter of pride and privilege for me to be able to interact with you. So can I ask all of you, let me first change my view so that I can see everybody together. How many of you are in class 9 and 10? Can you raise your hands? You all know how to raise your hands on the Zoom, right? Okay, so that's Shyam and a few people. And how many of you are in class 7 and 8? Okay, lots of hands coming up. And if you take them down. And now how many are in class 6 and 5? Even more hands coming up. That's a lot of hands. So let's ask everybody, would you like to put this up in the chat box? Or if you want to speak, just raise your hand. For all of those who have already raised your hand, can you take it down now? Okay, so my question is, what does happiness mean to you? Were you happy anytime today? Anybody wants to share something? So who'd like to go first? Gauravanshi, you want to say something? What made you happy today? Ansh is from class 4B. Ansh, do you want to say something? What made you happy today?
Yes.
Yes. What made you happy, Ansh? Why are all the boys so shy? Are Delhi boys so shy? Delhi boys, who is the Dabang Delhi boy amongst you? Raise your hand. Anybody Dabang Delhiite? All the boys are shy of the girls. But the girls are not shy. So let's ask the girls. What made you happy? Okay, Ayush, you want to say something? Carry on, Ayush, but you have to unmute yourself. Ayush, class 8. The boys are really shy. Okay, so let's go to the girls. Any of the girls, any class, what made you happy today? What does happiness mean to you?
Yes,
And
sir. Sir, happiness means the thing that we do gives us, if someone appreciates us, and the thing that we do can be helpful to each other, can be helpful to other, that gives us happiness.
Mhm. Okay, so what we are getting is if you are able to help other people, that makes you happy. And if other people appreciate what you are doing, that also makes you happy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ayushi, I think you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, the back team, can you please help unmute Ayushi Kashyap?
Sir, I am unmuted now. Sir, I
Okay,
got that.
fine. Right. And Mithali says that she likes playing badminton and listening to songs. So these are her hobbies. So if you get time to practice your hobby, that makes you happy. Yuvika also says that she likes playing. Okay. Anybody else? Gauravanshi, you want to say something?
Yes,
Paridhi? Yeah, yeah.
ma'am. Sir, um, playing badminton and dancing makes me happy.
That's
Sir,
nice. Even I like dancing.
if like we keep ourselves healthy, so
Hmm,
we will be happy all the life. There's no chance to get sad.
that's right. So if you keep yourself healthy, that is a way of being happy.
Yes, sir. So that is a way of that is a one of the way to live the happy. And when I dance and do the any activities, so I feel happy.
So the things that we like doing, our hobbies, what we like playing, if we are able to help other people, and if other people appreciate what we are doing, these are all things that make us happy.
Yes, sir. So appreciation or we feel happy when we help somebody.
Mhm. And Adish also says, Adish is from class 7, and Weber. Both of them say they like cricket and they like funny stories. Swati says something very good. The work which I do that satisfies me and satisfies others, that makes me happy. So all these things, Yuvika, do you want to say something? You want to add something to this?
Sir, I'm happy with the playing badminton and dancing and singing and playing with my sister, little
Okay.
sister.
So various hobbies and playing with sister as well. And Vani says, when I help other people. So
Helping
now,
other people makes me
yes.
happy, and
Hmm.
spending more time with friends and family makes me also happy.
So let us try to put all this together and let us try to create a structure. Number one, we feel happy when we do things that we like, maybe my hobbies.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yes.
cricket and funny stories make me happy.
That's nice. Did you happen to break anybody's window when you were playing cricket?
No, sir.
Oh, acha, bach gaye. Otherwise, other people would have been unhappy. So, when we are talking of happiness, and Ketan says, I am happy when I am with my friends. So, let us try to make a structure. Some things make us happy because we like doing them. That is one group of things. It can be anything. It can be playing a game. It can be reading a book. It can be pursuing a hobby. Second is, so this is internal. Second is external, outside sources. We feel happy when we help other people. When you are helping other people, sometimes you may have a selfish motive. There may be something in it for you. That selfish motive can be getting appreciation also. So that is also fine. It is external, it is outside of us, it is related to other people. But at times, we feel happy just because we have been able to help someone. There is an English word. Would any of you want to put the spelling in the chat box? And the English word is altruism. Altruism. And you can use this English word to create another word called altruistic. So you may have an altruistic motive to help someone, and the motive is that it just makes you happy. There is nothing else that you want. Perfect answers. So when you are altruistic, that means you are helping other people and you are expecting nothing in return. So these are different things which make us happy. Everybody has a right to be happy in whatever she or he wants. So it is possible that some people may be happy doing the bhangra, other people will be happy doing disco music. That is fine, that is acceptable. Now let us come to some other things. What makes you afraid? Anything that happened in the last week which made you feel afraid or put you in stress? Yes, Sakshi?
Some insects.
Ooh,
Some
oh, yes.
insects.
Okay, so if an insect is about to bite you, you feel afraid of that. And what happened when you saw the insect? Anybody else? Anything that makes you feel afraid? How about exams? Anybody has exams tomorrow, day after? Is anybody afraid of exams? Is anybody afraid of principal, ma'am? Yes, Yuvika.
Sir, I am afraid with the holiday work and um, math, sorry, science and English courses.
Oh, I think you and I, we think exactly the same. So I am also afraid of holiday homework. And we have other people also. Vinay says that he is afraid of heights. And Samriddhi says when things don't work as you thought they would work, when you want them to go according to plan, but they don't go according to plan. Ansh says he is afraid of darkness. And Ashna says, we are not afraid of Principal Ma'am because Principal Ma'am is so kind. You are very lucky. And if other people are going to scold you, that also makes some of us
Exams
afraid.
makes me afraid.
Exams used to make me very afraid when I was in school. I used to be so afraid. And Ayush is afraid of his mummy. Even I am afraid. When I get a scolding from my mummy, sometimes I get afraid. Okay, so there are things that we are afraid of as well. That's fine. So now, when you are afraid of something, let us say a lion comes in front of you. Will you be afraid of the lion or will you want to go and play with him? Anybody? So when a lion comes in front of you, usually we'll be afraid, and everybody says that we get afraid except for Ayush from class 8 who wants to play with the lion. But Ayush, the lion is wild, and Hater also wants to play with him. And Nikhil also wants to play with the lion. But supposing the lion bites you, then what will happen? So now when a lion comes in front of you, there are just 3 or 4 things that you can do. Either, and the lion wants to eat you. Huh? Either Parth also wants to play with the lion, but the lion doesn't want to play with you, Parth. The lion wants to eat you up. He hasn't had breakfast and he is feeling hungry. So either you can fight the lion, right? So that is fight. Or you can flight. You can fly away. You can run away. You can run away from the lion. Or you can just stand there and feel afraid and do nothing at all. Now, supposing we just stand there and do nothing at all, what do you think the lion will do to us? It's a hungry lion. Huh? He has not had breakfast. Anybody? What will the lion do? He is going to
He
eat
will
us.
eat
Yes.
us.
Ananya, you are right. The lion is going to eat us and he will kill us also. And I don't want to get eaten by a lion. So afraid. And you can meet him after dinner when he has had lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But hater bhaiya, which school are you from? So if you're in the Dwarka school, then you will send him to Rohini for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. After that, you can meet him. But supposing the Rohini people send him to Dwarka to find his breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then what will happen? So if you're afraid, the lion attacks us, and you just stand there, the lion is going to eat us. So that is not a good thing. So now two things are left. You can fight the lion, or you can fly, you can run away. Both things are okay, but it will depend upon how strong you are. If you think you are stronger than the lion, then what will you do? Let's fight. Anshit, yes, we'll fight. That's class 6A, leading from the front, and Dharya also is going to fight. But supposing you feel that the lion is stronger, the lion is bigger.
Sir,
Huh?
sir, fight with lion.
Fight, yes, shabash. But supposing the lion is very big, very strong, and we don't have any weapon in our hand, no stick, no gun, nothing at all, then what will happen? What should we do then? Then Nikhil Rishi says, class 7B, we'll fly away, we'll run away. And Ananya, Ayush, and Anshit, bhago. Yes, we should run. So that is intelligence. So now, so far, we have discussed number one, happiness. What makes us happy? Yes.
हम सीधे खड़े रह सकते हैं तो वो मतलब ज्यादा पास भी नहीं आएगा.
हाँ, उसके मूड पे डिपेंड करता है बेटे. मान लो वो भी वेबिनार सुन रहा हो और उसको पता हो कि हम उसको बुद्धू बनाने की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, कि दिव्या उसको बुद्धू बनाएगा ऐसे सीधा खड़े रह के ऐसे, तो फिर उसको पता चल जाएगा हम उसको बुद्धू बना रहे हैं, फिर वो बुद्धू नहीं बनेगा. Gauravanshi wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. So, like, we will run away. We don't have weapons. So, lion ran so faster than us. So, what we will do then? If it overtakes us, and then what we will do?
First of all, we have to run very fast. And secondly, the moment you find a tree, you climb the tree, because lions don't know how to climb trees. So once you climb the tree, then you are safe from the lion.
सर बट हम ये भी तो कर सकते हैं, जैसे अगर बियर होते हैं तो बियर अगर उसके सामने हम लेट जाए तो वो हमें सूंघता है एंड वो सोचता है कि हम मर गए हैं, तो वो छोड़ के हमें चले जाता है. तो हम लॉयन के सामने भी ऐसे कर सकते हैं.
ट्राई कर सकते हैं. गुड आइडिया. अगर और कुछ ना मिले और कोई ट्री भी ना हो आसपास, तो यही करना चाहिए. पर मान लो लायन को पता हो कि हम उसको बुद्धू बना रहे हैं, फिर वो बुद्धू नहीं बनेगा.
ओके सर.
और उसके प्रिंसिपल मैम भी तो उसको वेबिनार में पढ़ा रहे होंगे ना, उसकी मम्मी उसको पढ़ा रही होगी कि ये जो बच्चे हैं ना, ये जो द्वारका और रोहिणी और दिल्ली वाले हैं, ये सब बच्चे ऐसे नॉटी बच्चे हैं, हमें बुद्धू बनाते हैं लायन वाले.
ओके सर.
हाँ, लवकेश, व्हाट डिड यू वांट टू से?
सर मैं कह रहा था सर, if we look at the lion, it didn't attack us, but if we run away and didn't see him, he will attack us.
Okay, we can try that also.
So, while seeing him, he thinks that he would attack. The humans will attack him when he will attack at humans. So
yes,
lions or big cats didn't attack us when we look at him.
And now we have different advice. Yasir says we should stand straight, face to face, and Hitesh Chauhan says we should see in his eyes so that the lion knows we are not afraid. But Nikhil says we should not make eye contact with the lion. And Anshit says we can run zigzag to run away from him, to confuse him. Okay. So now we are talking of different emotions, different feelings. The second feeling we are talking about is being afraid. What happens when we see a lion, when we feel afraid, right? There is another feeling. Let us call that anger. So what makes you angry? Any idea? Anything that made you angry today or yesterday? Yes, Gauravansh.
So basically, we feel angry in some situation, like we make one thing, we spend a lot of time in that thing. We are doing the hard work. We are doing the hard work on that, and finally the piece was ready. And if if any by accident it was broken, we make it with our hard work. So our hard work, our lot of time which we spend it in that are waste. So we feel anger in that.
Hmm. So let us look at the answers that are coming in. Sometimes other people make you angry. External sources, external forces, people outside you. That is like when Sandhya says, when someone makes you irritated, right? Or when you do something and other people don't appreciate it, or other people spoil what you have done. So that is external. And we had two people raising their hand, Lavkesh and Sakshi, one by one. First Lavkesh, then Sakshi.
So, I get angry when people irritates me or uh, uh, do things which I don't like.
Mhm.
So when someone lies to me, I got angry.
When other people lie. Okay, that's good, Sakshi. So first we spoke of happiness, then we spoke of being afraid. Now we are speaking of being angry. And what we see is that it is outside people, outside sources, external people, external things which make us angry. When somebody else, yeah, yes.
सर मैं तब एंग्री होती हूँ जब मेरी मम्मा मेरे को स्कोल्ड करती है.
एंग्री क्यों होते हो? वो तो मम्मा एंग्री हो रही हैं, वो तो मम्मा का काम है एंग्री होना. आप अफ्रेड होते हो, एंग्री होते हो?
मैम सर दोनों.
दोनों. तो अच्छा, तो एक तो होता है when other people do something to you. Let us say Jatin was doing a lot of hard work, but somebody else was making fun of Jatin. So then Jatin will get angry. And Ketan will get angry when it's not his fault, but people blame him for something that he has not done. Right?
So when someone pulls me, I got angry.
हाँ. Repeat करोगे बेटे? I didn't understand. Can you repeat what you said?
Sir,
हाँ.
sir, when I lose my match, when I am
Uh-huh. So one is other people are making you angry, and the second thing is internally you get angry at yourself. Maybe when you lose a match, maybe when, like Parth says, you don't get the result that you want for your hard work. So you're not happy with your own work. Or Ananya says, when whatever you do, it's not enough to save you. Or when Tejas says, I do my best, but everybody says you have done nothing at all. So here also what you say is that anger can come from inside. Anger can be caused by outside sources as well. Right? So A for anger, A for being afraid, and before that we had talked about happiness. Let us take one more A. A means apathy. What does this word mean? Can anyone spell it? Apathy. Class 8, class 9, 10. Apathy or laziness. Can you think of anything where you just feel apathic or you feel lazy? You just don't want to do anything at all. Can you think of anything? Yes. Samriddhi says apathy. Max says laziness, right? Arya says apathy, also Vanya. So what does apathy mean to you? When did you last feel apathetic? Anybody? When you feel lazy, when you don't feel like doing anything, when it doesn't make a difference to you whether something is going on or not. Okay, so after a lot of sleep, and that is what Shyam says, and doing my homework, that's what Ananya says. So sometimes you don't bother whether you're doing your homework rightly or not. Samriddhi says doing household work, you don't bother about whether you're doing or not. And yes, Sandhya says apathy means being not interested in a work. Maybe you got art homework from school, but you're not interested in it, so you will become apathic. Now, these are some of the normal emotions that we all experience in life. And you have seen that these few words, they actually cover almost the entire situations that you go through as a child, even as an adult. Whenever you are faced with a new challenge, it is up to you whether you become afraid, whether you become angry, whether you become apathetic, or whether you remain happy. So, Himanshi, what did you want to say?
Sir, I want to say that I become lazy when I get up.
In the morning? Yes, it takes time. Whoa. So, how do you overcome that?
Sir, by washing my face.
Yeah, you can wash it with cold water and then you will like become alert very quickly. A for alert is another good word. So now let us look at all these things one by one, or let's look at them together. So now our topic for today is happy hormones. So we spoke first of happiness, and now we have seen different A's that may prevent us from being happy. Let me repeat them for you and let us see if any one of you can write them down in the chat box for everybody. What is preventing us from being happy can be A for being afraid, A for anger, A for apathy, and Arav, Ananya, thank you. You're right. So we have also seen that when we are defining happiness, when we are defining being afraid, when we are defining apathy, we are usually, thanks Jatin for putting it all together, and also Samriddhi. So when you're looking at all these emotions can come from you. They can also be stimulated by somebody from outside, by the external environment. What does this mean? So let's ask everybody now, who has control over your emotions? Who has control over your happiness? Is it you? Is it your environment? Or is it maybe both of the above? What do you think? Any ideas? Any comments? Okay, Ridhima, Ananya, both. Swati says we ourselves have control. Okay. Jatin says all of it, everybody, everything. Anybody wants to say something? Just feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, anybody? Ashna, Yuvika? हाँ जी आशना बोलो.
सर हमें अपने आप पे गुस्सा आता है. नेचर तो हमें मतलब शांति देती है एंड हमें अपने आप पे गुस्सा देता है.
ओके, तो हम अपने आप को कंट्रोल करेंगे अपने गुस्से को?
सर नेचर कर सकता है, बिकॉज जब हम नेचर में जाते हैं तो हमें एक एनवायरनमेंट से थोड़ी शांति मिलती है, लाइक हम रिलैक्स फील करते हैं नेचर से.
ओके, तो नेचर में जाके हम अपने एंगर पे कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, तो पर नेचर में तो हमें ही जाना पड़ेगा ना.
यस सर.
हाँ, तो दैट मीन्स हमारे पास पावर है टू चूज व्हाट वी वांट टू डू. Okay, so that is a good comment coming from Ashna. Anybody would like to add something? हाँ जी बेटे युविका।
सर अपने एनवायरनमेंट को हैप्पी रखने के लिए हमें खुद को हैप्पी होना होता है और हमें मतलब अपने कंट्रोल में रहना होता है। मतलब एंगर ज्यादा भी नहीं होना होता, हैप्पी भी ज्यादा नहीं होना होता। मतलब बहुत को हमें मतलब एकदम क्लियरली अच्छे से रखना होता है।
थैंक यू युविका। सो युविका एंड आशना जो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हम अपने आप को कंट्रोल करें तो एक्चुअली हम आसपास को भी ठीक रख सकते हैं। बट रिद्धिमा ये कहती हैं कि इफ वी आर हैप्पी बट देयर इज सॉरो इन द एनवायरनमेंट then ultimately we will get negativity. So Riddhima, a question for you, if you would like to unmute yourself. If the environment can influence us, is it possible that we can influence our environment? If the environment is sad, that makes me sad. But will it not work the other way around also? If I am happy, then the environment will become happy. So Riddhima, would you like to speak about this? Yes, Riddhima. And Samriddhi, also Samriddhi, would you like to say something? What you say is that sometimes there are negative vibes in our environment, which makes us tensed up. So it makes us, gets us into stress. And Vanya says our tension, our stress and anger, these are things that we have to control. That's right. And many of you are talking about anger. Many of you are also saying both. So Parth is saying both are in control. So any other comments, any insights?
Sir, we need alone time.
We need alone time. Good idea. What will we do in the alone time?
For example, let's go to park.
Alone?
Like going to park.
Alone or with somebody?
Somebody somebody love the most.
Somebody who is close to you. Okay. Right. That is good. So that will make you feel, how will it make you feel? Will it make you feel happy or angry or afraid? Anything? Anything else? Yuvika, perhaps you wanted to say something else?
सर अगर हम मतलब घर को जैसे साफ रखते हैं वैसे इन्वायरमेंट को रखते तो मतलब हमारा मन भी अच्छा रहेगा। और अगर गंदा रहेगा मतलब हमारा इन्वायरमेंट तो हमें थोड़ा देखकर भी खराब लगता है। मतलब अंदर से बहुत खराब फीलिंग आती है।
तो युविका ये कह रही है कि एक्चुअली हम अपनी एनवायरनमेंट को भी चेंज कर सकते हैं. We can control our environment. So actually what we are learning from all of you is कि ये बहुत इंटरमिक्स सा रिलेशनशिप है. हम अपनी एनवायरनमेंट को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, हमारी एनवायरनमेंट हमें कंट्रोल कर सकती है. और शौर्य कितना नॉटी बच्चा है. शौर्य हाई फाइव. कहाँ गया शौर्य? अभी गुम गया. अभी तो था मेरे पास. हाँ अच्छा. तो we can control our environment can control us, but there are many things we can do to control our environment and to improve it, and that is what we should focus on actually, right? So let us talk about these now. मैं जो note कर रहा हूँ in the chat box, most of the comments are regarding anger. So I have a question for everybody. Is anger a major challenge for you? This is my question. Is controlling your anger a major challenge for you? If yes, can you just raise your hands in the Zoom reactions? Can you just raise your hands if anger is a major challenge for you, controlling anger?
Sir, I can control my anger and and I am happy day.
You're okay. That's good. That's nice. And your name is, bete? Your name?
Sir Yuvika.
Yuvika. So well done. And I think all of us should join each other in giving 3 cheers for Yuvika. Well done, Yuvika.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. आयुष क्या कहना चाह रहे हो? आयुष, अनन्या. Okay, silent boys. I am noticing one thing. All the boys are so shy. लड़के लोग बात नहीं करते हो क्या? Anybody who is a boy, please raise your hand. पार्थ, शाबाश. चल एक तो है कम से कम. So Parth, what does Dabang Delhi mean to you? Dabang Delhi का मतलब क्या होता है?
सर पता नहीं।
अच्छा, दिल्ली के लड़के शाई होते हैं या हैंडसम होते हैं या स्मार्ट होते हैं?
सर तीनों।
दिल्ली के लड़के हैप्पी होते हैं या एंग्री होते हैं?
सर ज्यादातर एंग्री होते हैं।
हाँ, क्यों होते हैं एंग्री दिल्ली के लड़के?
सर पता नहीं।
Maybe we can ask a friend. So Ayush and Karthik and Anshit.
Yes, sir.
And Dhairya. Now they are identifying themselves as boys. Aksh also. Okay. So Ayush, Karthik, do you want to help Parth? दिल्ली के लड़के कैसे होते हैं?
Sir, all in one combo.
Combo, great. And Anshit and Dhairya, your comments? दिल्ली के लड़के कैसे होते हैं?
Sir, all in one combo. Sir, all in one. Sir, all in one.
Good.
Sir,
Okay.
all in one.
And Aksh, आपका opinion क्या है? हाँ? दिल्ली के लड़के हैप्पी होते हैं या सैड होते हैं?
Rude and angry.
Rude and angry. Oh, बाप रे. Why are Delhi boys rude?
Happy.
Happy. Okay. So other people are saying happy. Dhairya and Anshit and Karthik are saying happy. Okay.
Oh, sir, angry.
Angry. Okay. So different
Sir,
things.
happy.
Happy. Okay, great. So now at least we've heard the boys. Otherwise, I would have finished the webinar thinking that there are no boys in the entire group. So at least I see now that we have 6 boys. Okay, but let us come back to our topic. हमारा आज का topic है healthy, happy hormones. So what you have seen so far, we have looked at various emotions, the way we feel. We have seen that sometimes these feelings come from within us, but sometimes they come from the environment. Maybe somebody else says something bad to us. Maybe somebody didn't give us appreciation. Maybe someone was rude to us. So that makes us angry, or it makes us afraid. It might make us apathic. But we have also seen, like Yuvika told us and others have told, so many of you have written in the chat box, that you can change your environment. So who said this? Which famous person said this? Be the change that you want to be. ये किसने कहा?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi. Well done. Right? So Mahatma Gandhi said, you be the change that you want to be. If you want your environment to be happy, so you be happy yourself. Thank you, Sharvi, for saying that. And Khushi says, if we can control ourselves, then controlling anger is not a challenge. That is right. And this is what we will do in the next 15 minutes. How we control ourselves. Sharvi and Vanya also says that most of the Delhi boys are happy. Daksh says 50-50 hai. Some are happy, some are angry. But mostly it's happy answers coming in now. Mitali says it is actually hard to control anger. And I agree with you, Mitali. But in the next 15 minutes, we will actually say that, do that. And Samriddhi says, sometimes I lose control and then I say something which hurts the other person. And Charvi says it is tough for me, controlling anger. I also say it is tough for me. But now if you want to be the change that you want, You have to start from within. And जो हमारी Indian philosophy है, वो ये कहती है that now you have to write this down. If you can write it down for yourself or in the chat box. If your beliefs, what you believe, and your thoughts, what you think, and what you speak, the words that you use, and what you do, your actions, if all of these are similar to each other, if all of them are the same, then you will be happy. You will be in harmony. Let me repeat it again. If our beliefs, our thoughts, our words, and our actions are all the same, then we are happy. If there is a mistake, like for example, for Charvi, I said Chavi, but Charvi is her name. So now I believe that her name is Charvi. I'm thinking that her name is Charvi, and I'm speaking also. My actions are also with regards to Charvi Agarwal. Then this is harmony. Now, sometimes things don't happen like that. I may believe that a particular classmate of mine is not a good person. I may think that she is not a good person. But when I'm speaking with her, I will pretend as if she is my best friend. So there is a difference. When I'm speaking with her, I will pretend that she is a best friend. But when I am behaving with her, I will not behave properly. I will purposely not share my textbook with her. I will purposely not go and sit with her in class. If all this gets mixed up, this will create a sense of unhappiness, not only in me, but also in my classmate. So we have to remember this, that whatever we think and believe, that should be the same as whatever we are saying and doing. And this will keep things happy. Second thing is, how do you create happiness from inside? You can use your hormones to create happiness. So what are the hormones in our body? Does anybody know? What is a hormone? Anybody? Yes. Parth?
Sir, emotions. Sir, feelings.
Emotions, yes, that is what we think. And hormones, Yuvika, Hanji bete.
Sir, emotions, happiness, and sadness, and our feelings.
Feelings. Emotions is feelings. And hormones are, Daksh is telling, Daksh says hormones are the messengers of our bodies. That is correct, Daksh. Thank you. So in our body, we have many chemicals. So many chemicals. These chemicals are present in very small quantity, in milligrams, in micrograms. They are so small, you cannot even see them. They come from very small glands, but they circulate in our blood. They roam around in our blood, and they go through the entire body, from head up till the foot. These hormones are the messengers of our body, and they also, like you all have said, they regulate our emotions and feelings. Let me give some examples. Supposing a lion comes in front of you and you feel afraid, then a particular hormone will come out in your body, which is called adrenaline. Adrenaline. Would anybody want to spell that out? Adrenaline. So adrenaline and its friend noradrenaline, these are hormones of fight, flight, and fear. They regulate our decision to fly away, to fight, or to just be afraid of the lion. Adrenaline, let me tell you the spelling. ADRENALINE. Adrenaline. There is another hormone known as thyroid hormone. If thyroid hormone is not working properly, then you will become apathic. you will not be interested in anything. So apathy can be because of lack of thyroid hormone. So these are all the bad things that we were thinking about. But let's look at happiness. What are the hormones that make you happy? So if we remember the word dose, D-O-S-E, dose, you should get a dose of happiness every day to keep yourself happy. So what does this dose mean? We will remember 4 hormones. D is for dopamine. D-O-P-A-M-I-N-E, dopamine. Anybody would want to write that out so that we can see that the spelling is correct? Dopamine. This comes from the brain. O is for so Vanya, dose, D-O-S-E, it is just a way of remembering. It is a mnemonic. We have 4 hormones. D is dopamine. Everybody has given the right spelling. Thank you. O is oxytocin. O-X-Y-T-O-C-I-N, oxytocin. This also comes from the brain. S is for serotonin. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. Oxytocin, Dharya has written rightly. Jatin, it's a T-O-C-I-N, tocin. S is for serotonin, S-E-R-O-T-O-N-I-N. And E is for endorphin, which principal ma'am was speaking about. E-N-D-O-R-P-H-I-N, endorphin. These are all happy hormones which come from the brain. Now, the beauty of these hormones is that you can control them. You have the power to control them. Let us take an example. How many of you have a garden in your house? Anybody? Do you have a garden, a kitchen garden? Nobody has a garden? Komal has one. Okay. Does anybody have a plant in their house or in their school? Have any of you seen a plant? Parth, Gauravanshi, Komal. Okay. So our question, Komal, would you like to answer? Komal, bete. Supposing you have 2 plants. To one plant, you give a lot of water and sunlight and fertilizer. To the other plant, you don't give any water, you don't give a sunlight or air, and you don't give fertilizer. What will happen to both plants, Komal?
Sir, the first one will be first one will be grow very beautifully, and first one will grow first one will grow with the with the
First one
with
will
the
grow
full
tall.
of water and minerals,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
second one will be the second one will be rotten, and it will be dry,
It won't grow.
and
Right.
its leaves, its seed is start rotting, and it dead inside that only, inside the mud only it dead.
Thank you. And in the chat box also, I see the comments from everybody. So thanks. So let me ask somebody else, maybe Swati or Mitali or maybe Himanshi. Now you have a plant, you gave it a lot of water, fertilizer, a lot of tender, loving care. It grew tall. What will it require later on? Will it require more water or less water as it grows up? Will the plant require more water or less water when it grows up? Yeah?
Sir, more water.
Sir,
More
less.
water. Yes. And you are very,
More.
yes.
Sir,
And
less
you are
water.
very happy when it requires more water because you see that your plant is growing up.
Sir, more water.
More water. Well done. Similarly, for happy hormones, if you want to be happy, you have to water your hormones. You have to give them a lot of tender, loving care. And once you begin taking care of your hormones, you will find that they will begin to grow very strong. the more you take care of them, the stronger they will grow. As they grow stronger, you will learn how to take better care of them. And then your happy hormones will become so strong that they will help you make the environment happy. So people around you will become happy. And then, like initially, some of you had said, I think Mitali had said that if you get negative vibes from the environment, you feel sad. That is correct, Bete. I agree with you. If you send positive vibes, if you send happy vibes into the